Hey guys, welcome to the wrap up here, the conclusion of Delving with Devin, Esper Gifts, and Modern on the mana base. So after playing those rounds, the deck felt pretty good. We ended up beating, Infect, which is tier 1 deck. Some changes that we could potentially make to the list. The Abrupt Decay, maybe we can just cut it completely, and then our mana is a little bit even, smoother. We don't have to worry about getting it quite as early. We just need it for the Life in the Loam in the pre-board games. Maybe what we could run instead is a Dark Blast. That's another good card to get with gifts, especially against like Infect or other decks that have X1s. Being able to just gifts for it, even if they put it in the graveyard, you can just dredge it back, get value. So that's a possible switch we could make. I was liking the collective brutalities, especially in the current meta that's happening right now. All these like Tamir Battle Rage, Monastery Swift Spear type decks. Infect, it just seems really good. So having 3 copies is good. Maybe even want the 4th. Jace felt okay. We got to flip it once or twice. Seemed pretty good. Another card that you could put in this slot is maybe Tarmogoyf if you wanted to go heavier green. Maybe Snapcasters. But Jace felt pretty good. I'm not too sure if that's correct to switch Jace out. Iona, never really needed to go for Iona. Maybe the meta's in a spot where Elishnorn is just always better, or getting the lock, the Life in the Loam Ghost Quarter lock is just always better because Iona just kind of dies to Path Exile or gets bounced with Vapor Snag or Cryptic Command or terminated or whatever. But I mean, there are matchups, trust me, where it's good, but we didn't run into any of them and never really searched for, so that might be a card you could switch for maybe another early interaction and just keep like Elishnorn Unburial Rites as your kind of like creature reanimation package, and then go for like value. Because you saw there, like most of the time, actually every time, we just went for value gifts, and then we were able to just win with additional card advantage there. Some sideboard slot changes. Maybe we want to go a little bit deeper on like having 3 different graveyard hate spells. So against Dredge, if it gets to the point where we just want to gifts for like a graveyard interaction spell, we could get put like Leyline of the Void, Surgical, Tormod's Crypt or whatever, and then we get 1 for sure. But I think at that point you're probably just going to be like Unburial Rightsing for Elishnorn, and then you just got to make sure it doesn't get conflagrated out, and you basically just can't lose, I don't think, from that point. But yeah, and then obviously these slots you could flex in for whatever creature you think is best positioned. Maybe like a Sphinx of the Steelwind for against Burn, because I know against Burn Iona is pretty good, but Sphinx of the Steelwind is also probably pretty good. It's like 6/6 flying, protection from red, lifelink. But I mean, Siege Rhino, Thragtusk, Obsidat, they're also good against Burn. They're like, you can gifts for them, like just gifting for a Thragtusk against Burn is pretty good. But you can also just hard cast them. Like, it's not in the realm of impossibilities that we get to like 4 or 5 mana to hard cast these cards. So overall, I thought the deck was pretty good. It's pretty strong. If Dredge ever kind of recedes in the meta and Graveyard Hate becomes even less prevalent, like I know a year ago in Modern you basically didn't have to run any Graveyard Hate, and this deck was pretty strong back then. It wasn't super popular, but by that I mean it wasn't like like winning Grand Prix or having huge portions of the meta. But I know it was strong like a year ago when there's limited Graveyard Hate, and it still seems to be pretty good. So if you guys like the deck, I highly recommend picking it up, giving it a shot. It's a little bit of a control combo reanimator deck, so it's pretty sweet. Takes a bit to getting used to. There's lots of different lines. Like Gifts Ungiven is one of the few cards in Magic that has like so many different decision points you have to make to cast it correctly. Like Cabal Therapy is another example of a card like that. Factor Fiction. These are all cards that take like a lot of like knowing exactly what you need and what you're doing to play correctly and optimally. So it's got a very high ceiling for this deck, which I like in any deck. So there you guys have it. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck, and we'll see you guys next time on Dealing with Devin.